What is really funny is before I go back to school in the next couple of weeks after Christmas break, whatever, we're actually in English class going to read this play. And so seeing this movie, I was like, alright, I can see this movie, whatever, and see what this play is going to be. I'm actually excited to read this play. Fences. This film is directed by Denzel Washington. Yes, I said that. Denzel Washington directed this movie. And I'm not actually sure if this is his first directorial debut, whatever. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. But to me, it's the first one I've ever seen him direct, I think. Either way, this movie stars Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. And these two are married. They live in not a great house, not even a great neighborhood. And they don't have the best lives ever. Not at all. And they have a son who's very sportsmanship, very talented in baseball, and he's really good at it. He's so good at it that he might actually get a scholarship, a great college. He might have a future in this. But Denzel Washington also had the same thing happen to him, but it was before Jackie Robinson, and this is what it got him in trouble, whatever, because of his skin, and he couldn't go into the baseball field because of that, and it's the dumbest thing ever, and so he's ruining his life, and it's kind of putting pressure on Denzel Washington to his son, and it's pressuring him, and it's making him stronger and forceful, and trying to make him learn the lessons learned. And the reason it's called Fences is because, first things first, they are building a fence around their house, but it's also imaginative fortation of how he's keeping him inside of his house. It's imagery of keeping him inside these fences and not letting him out. So what I think of this movie, first thing first, if Denzel Washington and Viola Davis do not get nominated for at least nominated for Best Actor and Actress, then the Oscars are wrong, because there is no doubt about it. Denzel Washington and Viola Davis deserve a nomination. And personally, right now, I see Viola Davis maybe even winning it. Denzel, I can maybe see it right now. I think he might win it. I don't know, honestly. But either way, the biggest positive of this movie is the acting is out of this world. The acting is just amazing. Denzel Washington is perfect. He was great. His monologues were so gripping and heart-wrenching. It was just awesome acting. Viola Davis, she just killed it. It's so great to have two great actors on top of their game at each other's throats in one scene where they're arguing and one scene where they're loving each other. It's just so great to see two great actors in the same scene. It's just so great. And Denzel Washington as a director, he didn't do bad. He did a good job. It was great directing this movie, great cinematography. Even the son was good. To be that son and to be next to Denzel and Viola Davis and to act just as good as them, I have to give him credit. I don't see him getting Best Supporting Actor and like that, but I do see him getting great recognition because he deserves it, because he had to be with Denzel and Viola Davis, so I gotta give him some shout-outs. But overall, the acting's great, the directing's good, the story is really good, it's interesting. The son is just trying to do what he wants to do, but his dad is holding him back and also making him stronger at the same time. It's just a great story about family and everything. My big issue, and this is an issue, this does feel like a play movie. Now, I did look up some information. I found out that Viola Davis and Denzel did the play. Like, they actually were the actors. They've done the play many times, actually. And Denzel directed this movie because he did the play, so he knew the play very well. Well, guess what? The movie doesn't have to be the play. And what I mean by that is there are huge, important storylines that happen off camera. Do you know why? It's because in the original play, when you're in a play, you're on a stage. You're in a movie, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere you want, and you can show anything you want. In a play, you have a stage, and that is it. So when something important happens, like a car crash, something like that, it's off stage. It's not in the actual stage. So in the movie, he stuck to the script of the play, I'm guessing, and he did that off screen. That's a downgrade. I think they should have shown that. That's important stuff. And so to not show that, it doesn't have the effect as much. So this movie, and I realized after watching this movie, I was like, most of this movie is taking place in their backyard, front yard, and inside the house. There's a couple scenes where like at a church, or like on the streets, or just somewhere on the roads, whatever. But literally, the main storylines happen in the yard and inside the house. And more of the big storyline arcs are talked about and not seen It's because it was based off a play, and I'm like, I would like to see that. It's a terrible thing, but I want to see that. I want to get the heart-wrenching, embracing moment. But no, they talk about it, and then you have just to go along with the movie. But overall, it had great acting. It was a good story. But man, if they just showed everything that the play wasn't exactly, this movie would have been amazing. But they just didn't show off big story points. That's ridiculous in my opinion. So anyway guys, I'm going to give this movie a B+. It's a really good movie. It's really good acting. It's definitely an Oscar-worthy movie. If it's not, it doesn't get on for Best Actor and Actress, I'm literally just going to be confused. Because they at least deserve a nomination in my opinion. So anyway guys, hope you guys enjoy this review. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye guys.